Afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. Today, coming back to Oceaneva, and the reason why is they're sending me their newest, brand new Deep Marine Explorer 4. And I didn't think they were going to send this to me. I asked. They said, we'll think about it. And then several months goes by, and it's so weird. I was laying in bed. I was looking at it. I shit you not. Like, no, I'm not fucking lying. I was laying in bed thinking about it. I was like, man, I should reach out to them again about this. Because we talk back and forth, right? And all of a sudden, before I even reached out, he's like, hey, I'm willing to send you one. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And sometimes I understand why. You know, when companies decide to send you something, they're looking at what kind of return on investment they're gonna have. And so, you know, my channel does not like kill it on views. Like, I usually get about 50,000 a month. It used to do about 80, but you know, times change. You know, there's always new YouTubers coming up. But I am consistent. I keep reviewing these products, and you know, I do have a pretty good understanding of what you get for your money with different brands. And you know, what I really like about Oceaneva is that they seem to understand that this is a marathon, you know, to build brand recognition. Even though they have brand recognition, this is an ongoing thing. And so they understand that sending me a watch, it's not going to get 10,000 views like in a week, right? It may not get 10,000 views at all, but there will be watch sales from it because I believe in their brand, and that comes across in the videos, and I'm super excited they're going to send me this. So, so with that being said, you'll see that next couple weeks. It's their newest 6,000 meter dive watch. And some of you might be saying, yeah, right, Invictus says that, right? You know, brands, let me kind of paint the picture for you here. When I think of all the watches on my collection, like probably over 500 now, when I think about, if you had to ask me, and they're all good, whether it's, you know, we'll talk about Aquacy, that's their other brand by Oceaneva. It's what I consider more their entry-level brand. Still amazing quality, amazing watches. But when I compare all these great brands I have, right, and I talk about checkbox in my videos when I review watches, what is it made out of, all this stuff, right? But if you had to ask me tomorrow, Fat Cat, you have to pick one watch to dive with. Your life depends upon it. This is serious business, right? Your life depends upon this watch. Of every brand that you have in your collection, which watch would you wear? And hands down, it would be Oceaneva. And they're just because they really focus more on the tool side of it, the specs, the testing, making sure that, yeah, they're going to make you a nice looking watch. You're going to wear it and you don't have to dive with it. But when they make a watch, their primary focus is the reliability and its ability to withstand pressure. And so usually companies are the other way around, right? So, and you get so much bang for your buck anyway with this brand. So the reason I wanted to do this was just to kind of come back, let you guys know it's coming down the pike here, and then share with you some of the other models. And I absolutely love this brand, right? Now, don't think of this as a Submariner Rolex homage brand. It's not. It's not a Pagani design. Just because a watch has a 3-link bracelet, a 42mm case size, and is round, does not make it a homage to anything. It's a basic, it's its own thing, and just keep that in mind. If you're looking for an awesome, I love everything about Oceaneva. It's right down to, from the name to the logo, to the basics of the logo. And you know me, I can go with like Invicta branded all over a watch. It doesn't bother me. But I like, when I wear an Oceaneva, there is a feeling of pride, and I do get that with other brands too, but I don't know. I just know when I'm wearing Oceaneva, I'm like, this is a professional. It's like, how do I compare this? Like tools, right? I use Harbor Freight, Amazon tools, because I'm not a mechanic, right? However, in my job, I am in the trades, and my work is physical, and so I use Amazon drills, $20 drill. You can't really, I can't say anything negative about it. It works. It has continued to work for years. And I constantly buy them, right? Just in case. I'm like, 20 bucks, I'll buy one just in case one breaks. They work great, right? Is there better quality with like a snap-on wrench? Yeah, right? But, so like I just bought a ratchet the other day, 1/2-inch ratchet. It was like $17. Copy of a snap-on. Snap-on, $270. This is not rocket science, right? The snap-on one, yeah, okay, maybe it's a little better. Not by much. And so, what I'm trying to state to you guys is, there's great quality across all brands, but when we look at a watch that this is kind of like, it's hard for me to even describe this. This is kind of like the Snap-on when it comes to tool watches, right? And that's maybe not the best analogy there because, you know, one might say, oh, Rolex is Snap-on. This is Yeah, you can wear an Invicta dive watch. I can wear, one of the other brand dive watches out there that's going to be great, right? That's your Harbor Freight. This is your Snap-on, right? There is a trust level there, right? Whereas what I'm trying to state is that my $18 ratchet may not have the long-term quality we know with like an Oceaneva. This is, when you're wearing this, a diver would look at that and be like, ooh, I've heard of Oceaneva, right? That's the best way to describe it. So now that I'm done rambling, let's show you, and I appreciate you sticking with me. Hopefully you didn't bail out. But I needed to kind of explain that so you kind of see where I'm coming from with these watches. So I'm going to start off with just showing you some Aquacy watches. And these are going to be really fast. This is one of Aquacy's skeletonized watch, and if you were to hold these in your hand, you would be able to tell what I'm talking about when it comes to that build quality, that difference between these two brands. But it's not always by brand, right? So this is a great looking skeletonized watch. Here's one of the earliest Aquacy watches they sent me. This is way, way back. This is probably like, I don't know, 12 years old now. One of their earlier sort of, this has got very vintage feel to it. I like the smoky mother of pearl face, but this is this is Aquacy. So still great. This has got kind of like a vintage, kind of almost like aged indices on it. Doesn't get worn that much, but still pretty cool. Then they got this one here. I forget which one this one here. This is a quartz chronograph. The Trade Winds, I think it is. Great looking piece. And I'm just going to blast through this real quick because these are just the Aquacy ones. Another very unique piece. I don't know which one this is. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, and then this one here is kind of like, the quality of these is pretty similar. This one here is where it's kind of like, what? This is almost like Oceaneva quality. This is their, I always say cousin 8, but this is a type of bronze. They're a bronze diver with that tiger eye. I absolutely love this piece. I'm going to wear this today because I keep forgetting that I have this. All right, so check out that brand as well. Now let's get into Oceaneva. Now with Oceaneva, I only have 4 Oceanevas here that are dive style watches. And I was going to start off with these ones here. I'm going to hit you with the GMT. This is their, man, which one is this one? Even when you pick it up, you can just you can feel the difference between that and the Aquacy. I think it just feels beefier. This one here is I think the GMT automatic. Let me see which one we got here. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, great looking beef. This is a GMT automatic. Check that out. Now, all these watches are very similar. What I like about this watch is, again, that silver and blue face. Very cool. GMT automatic. This was powered by, I'm not going to blast you with all the specifications other than the main one. 4,100 feet of water resistance, 1,250 meters. And this one here has the NH34 automatic movement. This one here is going for $750. Now, one thing you will see with Oceaneva, too, they're going to have rock bottom blowout deals, like the one I'm getting in the mail here in a couple days. Get it while you can, because once it's gone, the inventory starts to drop, and then the demand goes up. And so that's why these watches, like you could pick this up in the beginning for about, I think it was like $350, and now you're looking at $749. So just kind of keep that in mind. Then we have the titanium version of this watch. I love this one. So this one here, titanium version, got that all white. I love the way that bright white bezel, bright white face looks with that kind of matte titanium finish bracelet. Super cool watch. This one here, did I misspeak? Actually, this one here is not. Sorry, this is their, yeah, titanium GMT. Yeah, that's right. So same watch for the most part, done in a GMT, or sorry, done in titanium. But the movement on this here, yeah, NH34 as well. I think depth rating is exactly the same. So 2 different GMTs, titanium, non-titanium. Both pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking love Oceaneva, dude. All right, now we get into, this one here is so badass. This one here is their Deep Marine Explorer 2. And this one here is done in the, oh man, they have a lot of color options, but this one here is done in the aquamarine. So depth rating on this one, and they really upgraded the movement on this. So this one here has got the Salida SW200-1. And this one here, same depth rating. So, excuse me, I misspoke on that. So I'm sure they've done other. I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna blast through all the different specs here and tell you specifically whether they changed the loom or not, whatever. But They definitely, everything about these watches, the build is exceptional. From the amount of lume they put on to the type of lume they made, these are awesome. So this one here has got the Salida, and the Salida is definitely going to warrant a higher price. But when we look at the price, this is $1,000. So you know, buy the one that, if you love GMTs, then yeah, absolutely, you're going to pay $750. But when we look at, to me, paying a little bit more and getting a Salida is worth it for you to jump up to the Deep Marine Explorer 2. Now, they did come out with the Deep Marine Explorer 3, and I've been trying to get my hands on that, and they just will not send me one. These are going for about $1,200. I really hope eventually they do, but probably not. And this got 3,000 meters of water resistance. So we were never able to collaborate on that one, but we did collaborate on, this one is absolutely my favorite Oceaneva. So this is their Damascus. And this one here, the only thing negative to say about the Damascus is that I'm a bracelet guy. And so it is only available on rubber strap or silicone. I forget exactly what this is. We'll check it out here. Let me see which one I got here. And what this is still the Deep Marine Explorer 2, 4,100 feet of water resistance. But they've got, it's Damascus steel. And this is made out of, I have to go back and look here. This is made out of layer forge welding, a combination of 304 and 316 steel from a high quality German supplier. So this is an amazing watch. This is one of my favorite watches in the collection. Got the Damascus face. It is so shimmery, so silver. And now I did throw this on an Aragon shark mesh bracelet. Aragon shark mesh bracelets are awesome. I think it fits this watch extremely well. It looks like it could have came from the factory. Why Oceaneva didn't put this on bracelet is beyond me. They should have put it on an Oceaneva branded bracelet like this. I wish they would come out with some bracelets, but they didn't. But I mean, again, amazing watch. And price on this here, this one here is going for, I believe this one has a Salida also. Double check here. Yeah, this has got the Salida SW200, so really stepping up that movement. $1,200. Now, let's talk about this guy. Throw on the wrist, guy. This is just, look at that, Damascus. Oh my God. Now, as time goes on, they're probably going to do something in carbon. I think I don't know if we talked about that or what, but carbon would be a great material. I love that they did Damascus. Now a lot of companies are doing Damascus. I wish they would have done a full bracelet Damascus. That's another big complaint I have with this watch is that, and you know, Oceaneva, if you're listening, I'm sure you got a reason why you didn't, but I would love to see you do a limited edition Damascus bracelet. Not shark mesh like this. I want to see the whole bracelet done in that same steel pattern. That would be incredible. So, all right, got that out of my system. Now let's look at the new one. So this will be coming in the mail. This is their, I just don't know what color to go with. This is their brand new 6,000 meter Explorer 4, and this sucker is crazy. Sale price $899. Incredible price. Now they have several color variations. I'm just gonna put the link in the description for you to check it out. I want you to tell me which one you like. So I chose to go with the yellow. My options for getting one of these. I wanted the white. They didn't have the white, but they have the red. The red and I could have went with the green. Could have went with the black to red gradient or the yellow. I chose the yellow because it's more like dive like. But the red and black's pretty nice too. So I don't know. I think the yellow is pretty cool because I don't really have a lot of yellow watches. So $899, incredible. 6,000 meter water resistance depth rating. It's made of grade 5 titanium. It's like every time they do a watch build, they just knock it out of the park. Like, I don't know what watches are 6,000 meter water resistance. Grade 5 titanium is 227% stronger and 225% harder than stainless steel and 40% lighter. It's resistant to scratches and corrosion. It's built for ultimate durability. I mean, knock your socks off, 904. Like, Rolex can't even hang with that. I mean, that's just incredible. They did do, it looks like a Damascus bezel and a Damascus face. But I don't want to get too into this before I get my hands on it. They're limited to only 50 per variant and 500 nationwide. So now again, I'm gonna have to find a bracelet to put this on because I am not I don't really I like the rubber straps. They're great, but I'd much rather prefer a bracelet on this. So I'll try to put this on maybe another Aragon bracelet. I'm going to have to buy something. But we'll see what the titanium looks like, because when we look at titanium on this GMT, it has a very, very like kind of graphite look. And so you have to, make sure you put a bracelet on it that's not going to clash. Like this one here, I've never put this bracelet on this watch, but I'm not sure how it's going to look. If the titanium matches kind of the tone of this, I might even throw this Oceaneva bracelet on. But we'll see. I'll show you guys in the video what it looks like with and without. But incredible watch brand, incredible watch quality, and get this while you can. This is a pre-sale. After this, I'm sure the price is going to jump up to like $1,500. This is their flagship. This is their newest. It is a killer watch, and I am really curious to see what you guys have to say about it. It's pretty badass. The only thing I just don't know is whether they go with the yellow or go with the red and black gradient. They're both really nice. So thanks for watching, folks. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a fantastic day, and take care.